In a recent video, I discussed enabling and 11 indications that instead of helping somebody, you're actually enabling them. But in today's video, I want to really jump into the actual major pitfalls. The major pitfalls of enabling someone, the things that we don't always think about, the things that actually not only affect them, but also affect us. And so let's jump into that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and give us a like on this video. And if you know somebody that might need to hear this message or this information, please share it with them because they might learn from it and really help change their life, or allow them to put that light bulb up and realize, okay, I am doing this. And they can actually learn from this, grow from this, and make changes, because we're all here to learn. That's why we're here on this planet. That's why we're in this lifetime. So let's do it. So let's jump right into the pitfalls of enabling someone. The first one is that we allow them to self-sabotage themselves. Okay, so the thing is that in the beginning we think, okay, they just need a place to live, or they don't have a job and they can stay with me and I can pay for them and I can take care of them. Or they have a little bit of a drug issue and they need a little bit of money and I'm paying for their money and eventually they'll get over the drugs. Or maybe they have an alcohol addiction, whatever. I'll take care of it. Eventually they'll get over it. Eventually that goes long term and that becomes enablement, right? We were enabling them to a long term. And what happens is they get into this. They get completely addicted to drugs, addicted to the lifestyle, whatever that is. And what happens? They lose their independence. They are literally self-sabotaging themselves. Drugs and drinking all day and not working and all those things, that's not good. That's self-sabotage. That's unhealthy behavior. That's unhealthy choices. And what we're doing is that when we're signing off and we're giving that money for the drugs to get them to be quiet or to get them to calm down because they won't shut up about XYZ, or giving them the money to drink, or saying it's okay that they don't have a job by giving them money or taking care of them, we're not allowing them to grow and we're not allowing them to be healthy because we keep enabling them in their unhealthy habits. And this is big because we're self-sabotaging them, and in the process, because they are somebody that we really care about, we're self-sabotaging our own life because we keep aiding and abetting in this person's unhealthy behavior that's not giving us anything. Somebody that's addicted to drugs or alcohol or jobless and doesn't want a job and is entitled is not going to help you. It's just bringing you down. And in that process, not only are we allowing them to self-sabotage, we're self-sabotaging ourselves. Another big pitfall is we get in the way of their progress by impeding their independence. We get in the way of their progress because we get in the way of their independence. We don't allow them to become independent. We keep taking care of them. We're like helicopter parents. We're taking care of them. Anything we can do, anything we can say, whatever we can do for them, we keep doting on them. We don't need to. We don't need to spoil them and dote on them because they lose their independence in the process. And that leads me to the other pitfall, is the loss of their identity. Okay, they begin to lose their identity because of whatever self-sabotage that we are actually signing off on and enabling them to do. And in the process of us signing off on that self-sabotage, we begin to lose our identity because we lose our values. We're no longer living up to the values or standards that we want to because we keep allowing this and, oh, it's okay, we minimize it, we deny it, don't worry about it. He didn't start drinking until 8:30 in the morning. It wasn't really that early. It's okay. It was only $300 of drugs that day. Or they haven't worked in 6 years, I've been taking care of it, but it's okay. It's not okay because they've lost their identity and we've begun to lose what really matters to us, and we lose our identity in the process of not standing up for our values and not allowing them to live up to really what they can be. And that's the thing that's sad, is that we don't allow them to be all they can be because we're too busy giving in. Another pitfall is that we're walking on eggshells constantly. We don't want to say anything. We don't want to do anything. We don't want to upset them. We don't want to say anything about the drinking. We don't want to say anything about the drugs or the lie that was said or that other lie that was spoken or the fact that they could get a job or they are an able-bodied. We don't say any of that because we don't want to rock the boat, because we get fearful of what they're going to do, because ultimately when we keep giving in to somebody, they feel entitled. So if you're giving somebody money every day, they feel entitled to get money every day. If you're taking care of them every day, they feel like you're going to take care of them every day. It doesn't get easier. They just keep wanting more. And that's the slippery slope. That's the issue. And last but not least, one of the biggest fears is we fear that if we don't do this for them, they will either hate us or they won't love us anymore. or they won't be there for us anymore. And so we have to ultimately look at, why are we enabling in the first place? Is it because we want to keep them around? Is it because we're fear of being alone? Is it because we want them to love us? But how is us enabling them allowing real love? That's actually kind of taking advantage on both sides, if you think about it. So how is that real love? And I think that that's interesting, because if you're really wanting somebody to care about you and love you, there's a part of respect as well that's very important that we have to really look at. And this has to be taken care of, and it has to be modified. And these are some of the major pitfalls: the self-sabotage, impeding in independence, not allowing somebody to really learn their identity. And sometimes people have to hit rock bottom to get there, to learn their identity. Some of the most motivating, successful motivational speeches I've ever heard in my life began with somebody that had to hit rock bottom and figure out who they were and understand their value and see how they neglected their value and see all these different things. And then they realized it and they woke up and they were able to inspire by their change. That's something that we have to allow people to do. And ultimately, if we're enabling them, they're never going to get there. I hope this video has inspired you to look at the concept of enabling, to see, are you enabling somebody in your life? Are you being enabled by somebody in your life? And it's very interesting, because sometimes, and a lot of times, enabling and the line between enabling and helping gets extremely blurred. And I hope that I've been able to shine a little bit of light on that subject today. Don't forget again to subscribe and like the video if you like it. Share it with friends and family and anybody that needs to hear this message. And don't forget to live your true life.